Hello, I just want to take a minute to thank you for volunteering your time for the Journey Continues, hosted by the Washington Northern Idaho region. This event takes place September 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And this is a small training video for the Breakout Room Information Support Tech, which is you. So real quick, I just want to let you know we're going to go over just some things about Zoom you're going to expect about your position and some little tidbits to make your position go a little smoother the day of, and some recommendations to do prior to your shift. Okay, so first off, as you can see, on my computer, I have my Zoom homepage up, and we want to make sure that we have the latest up-to-date version of the Zoom platform up and running. So, and that's to be done way before your slotted shift. And it is device dependent. So please do it on the device that you will be serving on. And you're going to do this pretty much, if you can see, there's a still pick up in the upper right hand corner of my page. If you did not pick a still pick, you're going to have your initials. You're going to click on this little image, and you're going to go down to check for updates. You're going to see you are up to date if you have everything up to date, and the latest version today of Zoom is 5.2.1. If there is an update available, what you're going to see is a prompt that says there is an update available, and at the bottom it will say install. Once you hit install within 30 seconds, you will receive this prompt and Zoom is up to date. So important to do that before you start your serving position. A couple other things, please read the instructions we provide you before you begin your shift, if not way before you begin your shift. Your position itself entails a lot of specific questions that are really important to this event, so it's really super important that you look at the frequently asked question document that we send you and just be comfortable with those questions and reach out if you're not. Day of, 10 to 15 minutes before you want to sign into Zoom, please do not forget the slots are a minimum of 2 hours and are in Pacific time. Make sure that you're using earbuds, a headset, headphones to avoid any type of sound bleed or background noise. And it's really important to be in a nice, quiet place, right? We don't want any barking dogs or yelling kids or loud TVs or radios or anything that's going to distract you from the task at hand. Okay, so the day of your time slot, what you want to do is get familiar with the other people that you'll be serving with. And just so you're aware, there's going to be a total of 5 people serving per 2-hour slot, including yourself. There will be 1 host title and including yourself 4 co-host titles. I'm going to quickly go over those so that you're aware of what they do, but in the document we give you, there'll be very specific instructions, and please go over that before you are to serve. First, you're going to have your tech host. Super important, when you log on to Zoom 10 to 15 minutes early the day that you are serving, you must let the tech host know immediately. This is the only person that will be able to give you the co-host title for your position. And that will be done at the end of the previous 2-hour slot. So it's important, again, to contact the tech host immediately. Also important for your position, the tech host is the only person that can assign members to a breakout room. So as you know, you are the co-host breakout room information support person. You are providing NOAA's information, including recovery companion app information, how to make one-time and recurring donations, as well as the meeting finding app information, ebooks, pretty much all things NOAA's and NA.org. And you should be pretty proficient with navigating NA.org. And if you have any questions, please find someone prior to your slot to speak with and get familiar. So with that being said, you also have the co-host chairperson. The co-host chairperson is the face of the meeting. They're the person that's going to be voicing during the meeting, sharing content, introducing speakers, audio and visual audio stuff. So they're pretty much the people that during your 2 hour slot will be actually speaking. Then you're going to have your waiting room greeter co-host, and this is the face and voice of the NA Welcoming Committee. They're identifying the participants. They're going to make sure the participants are admitting into the main meeting room or possibly into your breakout room, which is breakout room 2. And then again, this is only done by the tech host, and also just making sure everybody's names are appropriate by their first name and obviously their location or their state. Then you have the Serenity Keeper co-host. These are the people that are going to be taking down like offensive videos, making sure names aren't offensive or that there are no last names present. These are people that are making sure our default pics are not in violation of our traditions or offensive sexually or violence-wise. And they're also going to be able to chat people to decide what to do in an event that there is a disruption in our atmosphere of recovery. So again, super important first thing we do, I'm just going to make this clear, you contact 10 to 15 minutes prior to your scheduled time slot the day of your actual tech host. This is the person that will give you your co-host title so you can serve. We really want all of our trusted servants to know this. This is super important. We have a max allowance of 500 participants in our live meeting space. So we have come up with a magical number of 490, right? So we want to allot that extra 10 safety member slot for our next people serving and our speakers. So if you start to see that number getting higher, please contact the tech support host, the tech host, and let them know and talk with the other trusted servants. Again, just so you're aware of the flow that's going to happen the day of. People are going to come into the meeting and be admitted into what's called a waiting room. And what they're going to do is they're going to be popped into our meeting and then popped into waiting room 1 where they will be greeted by our greeting people of the voice and the first line of defense in our NA welcoming committee. Then what's going to happen is if those people see any virtual hands raised, those people are going to be navigated straight into breakout room 2. This is where you guys are, right? And I'm going to show you in the upcoming video exactly what to do when we have these virtual hands raised. So super important that you're aware if you see any hands raised, they go into breakout room 2. Once those hands are given that invitation, if they don't accept it, they will be kept in the live meeting room or possibly where they're at. So it's important that people accept this this breakout room invitation. And again, this is what your position entails also. So I'm going to get into the breakout room section. Hi guys, we're going to go over a quick training video on the breakout rooms, which there's going to be 2 the day of the event. So the breakout rooms, the only person who can assign participants to a particular breakout room is our host tech, On the personal Zoom bar at the bottom here, you're going to see the option for a breakout room. I've already created them. These will be pre-created for the event. And as you can see, greeting room is our breakout room 1 and our NAWS information is our breakout room 2. And again, only someone who is a host tech can assign people. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to show you one video from the option of a host, co-host standpoint, and then I'm going to show you another video that's going to show you what it looks like as a participant so you're better able to educate the participants on how to return to the main meeting. Okay, so if I wanted to assign somebody to our greeting room, what's going to happen the day of the event is there's going to be a waiting room enabled. Those people are going to go into our live meeting and go into the greeting room, which is our breakout room 1. So I'm going to send Jen New York into the greeting room, right? Okay, and I'm actually going to join her. Join. It takes a couple seconds to get in there, but so, and this is something a co-host is able to bounce between breakout rooms, but only a host tech can actually assign someone into a breakout room. So actually, she's now in our greeting room. There's going to be banners pretty much that our greeting room co-host is going to have set in there by our tech staff. And it's going to say pretty much like, welcome to the event, and some other tidbits that you really need to refer to your document to find out exactly what it will say. But the most important thing with the greeting room information co-host is that they have to change the name appropriately to the person's first name and to their home state or region, which, as you can see, it says Jen New York. Also really important to make sure that these people don't have anything inappropriate. As a greeting room a person, you're going to ask the person what their clean time is and just like welcome them to our event. There's going to be some very basic questions that these people may have. Like, for example, I'm on a mobile phone and I would like to donate to the event. Very simply, you would say, please text TJC 2022 31996, and then a link will come up and they can actually go through the donation process. If somebody asks very simply, I'm on a computer, how would I donate, to your event? You would tell them to go to thejourneycontinues2020.org, no spaces, and that next to the live streaming video, there's going to be a donate button. You're going to hit that and it will walk you through. So pretty much if the person has no further questions and they are appropriately named, they can actually go back into our live meeting space. So this is how actually it would look from a participant's angle as well. So once you hit leave room, and this is an option that actually Jen would have as well. Once you hit it, she will have leave breakout room and she will be able to return to the main meeting. Okay. So we're going back to our main session. Here. And as you can tell, it works because Jen is back. So she has the actual leave breakout room available to her. Our next thing, after they come back into the meeting, very important, if somebody, let's say, raises their hand. So if Michael could possibly raise his virtual hand. And again, if Michael raises his hand, we can chat him, ask him what's going on. He might say, hey, I'd like to donate. I want to talk about recurring donations, right? I want to talk about, I want to ask some questions about NAWS. I want to know who's on the NAWS board. I want to know how to gift an ebook, stuff of that nature. These are for our breakout room 2 information NAWS techs. And these are the people that will be in our breakout room 2, which I've already created the second breakout room. And as you can see, it says NAWS information. So I'm going to take Michael and I'm going to hit assign to as the host tech. I'm the only person that's able to do that. And I'm going to bring him into the NAWS information room. And he will be off and running. And what the co-host will already be in there, but I will go in there as well and just kind of converse with Sweet Michael. So it takes about a second or two to go in there. Okay, so as you can see, I'm in here with Michael, and what I recommend is that you have your frequently asked questions sheet out, and you're able to walk Michael through the recurring donation process as need be. And most of the times you'll be asked to possibly navigate through NA.org, and the people who are in this position will have a very, very good, proficient way of navigating through NA.org, the NA Meeting Finder app, any type of NAWS information, as well as how to recur donate or one-time donate, and also anything else that's related to NAWS. So this is the room where that would happen. Again, as someone says, okay, thank you so much, I'm done, what we could do at this point, being that Michael went all through like the waiting room, the greeting room, and then he went into here. Let's say today is September 5th. We have the option of saving Michael the pain and heartache of going through this long recurring process over again. So what we want to do is we want to give maybe a little code to just kind of let all of our trusted servants know that he can go straight into the main meeting without jumping through all these extra hoops, right? So what we would do is we would go over to Michael's name, and today again is September 5th, and we could rename Michael and also let him know, right? Through the chat box, we can chat to him and put maybe a number 5 so that we know on the 5th of September that Michael already went through the process and is more than welcome to come and join our live meeting without going through all these other processes to get in. So we rename him. And again, down here at the chat box, I'm able to chat and let Michael know, hey, just wanted to let you know, please, when you come into the meeting in the future, just make sure that you have the 5 at the end of your name when you come in, so we know that you have been in here on September 5th and you can go straight into our meeting. And again, just so you're aware, when Michael is done with this process today, he's going to be able to go to this leave room, and he will have these 2 options available, and he can leave the breakout room and come back to the main session meeting. So, and as you will see, Michael has joined us back because he has that. Michael has joined us back because he has that option, and he now has been renamed with a number 5. So going forward, he will be able to come back into the main meeting the day of, as well as come back in maybe on September 6th and not jump through all those extra hoops. So at this point, if you have any further questions about the greeting room, breakout room, or whether you have any questions about the NAWS Information Tech breakout room, please email us, let us know. And again, we thank you for your service.